5 coming into this grand
Dizzy
final.
is
Tekken Master is in 3rd currently.
and
Overall
Tekken Master
points
in
in the
3rd.
whole year.
Yeah, with that win on the winners final side, got the jump over Foxy Grandpa in points, and Dizzy right behind him.
That's right.
How crazy is it that 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th in pro competition points international?
Yeah, I don't think that's a surprise at all.
I don't think it's a surprise
ever
either that we're seeing a Sonya Blade Mirror and we're seeing Onion Rings trade. By the way, grand finals.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Aquaman, I read on Twitter that she was not top tier or high tier. Can you confirm?
Yep. I mean, I honestly thought this was going to be a Kotal Khan grand finals with the upplay.
Yeah, I know.
No, these are 2 guys, or sorry, 2 players, I should say, that have not given up on this character throughout all of the changes.
And I really don't think that they should. She just has a lot going for her. You can see the space control, the movement, the damage, the mix-ups. She just really has a lot of stuff going for her.
There is no nerf to this character that doesn't change the fact that that Onion Ring is one of the biggest neutral controllers that exist in this game.
Yeah, I mean, and not just that. The satellite drop is huge. As I said, way over commitment. And that's something I think you don't see quite as often from Dizzy, so maybe he's trying to change things up, but game 1 very quickly goes to Tekken Master.
Yeah, just in control. Has Tekken Master been throughout this entire tournament? Not letting go at all.
Could have a field day in the chat right now. I gotta get that guy on the horn.
just copy and paste the whole thing.
Absolutely right. I don't think that's going to be a switch. Dizzy basically will go to Sonya. Oh, he does. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not yet.
Not yet. Northern variation.
Do
it.
Oh.
Do it.
He's definitely going to go to Sonya. Spoiler.
Tekken Master wants to play Kotal. That's the thing. He really does want to play Kotal, but he has pressures where he plays to win. You have to respect that.
Oh, of course. There's money and points and all that stuff on the line, and it would be silly to fly from where he lives to where this is, a super long distance, and not do the best you can to win. It'd be just a bad idea.
And if you guys thought Fortnite got deleted, you guys are watching it here.
Okay, goes in with the low. And Dizzy getting the grab. What's he gonna do here? He's most often tried to go in. Not too much.
Ooh.
Oh! God, the ribcage is through. What? I can't believe it. What happened there?
Oh.
Why did that happen? Aquaman, can you explain?
No discipline.
Never happened. Round number 2, all the way for game number 2 of grand finals. Let's just move along here. Move along. Nothing to see here. Tekken Master getting another round on the board.
Yeah, and the tech though. Both with very similar ideas. Both landing with the down 3 afterwards. The low, and that does work here. So although there's been a lot of back and forth, it feels, nevertheless, Tekken Master threatening to win 4 straight rounds.
Honestly, Tekken Master's control, and he's playing, they're playing really similar games. Tekken Master has been better at the recognition of pokes and what to do afterwards. He has done a lot of reversal back 1 mix-ups. On Dizzy, he's cashing out here for some massive damage. That Dizzy has just been kind of playing poke, counter poke, whereas Tekken Master's been playing recognition of a poke, counter swing.
516, okay.
Woo!
And then just into the stand 1 after that. How about that? What a button choice from Tekken Master right there.
Did that jail off the son of the Onion Ring?
In any individual round. What was that?
I was about to say that may have jailed off the hit stun of the Onion Ring right there.
Yeah,
really
I imagine it did. Yeah.
No, this has been clean.
It hasn't felt like a blow up in any individual round, and yet 4 straight rounds for Tekken Master. threatening.
It's just been Tekken Master
run away
playing
with it.
so well. He's just playing so well. Dizzy's not doing necessarily much wrong. It's Tekken Master outplaying him in a couple of situations. You know, again, up close, he's making the better decisions. He's, I think, recognizing things a little bit cleaner on block, on hit, getting those micro decisions. And he's been the more, you know, zone space heavy, but has been fighting Dizzy up in his face this entire time. So playing both sides of the field up.
Yeah, you can really get a sense of how each individual player wants to play. On the left, Tekken Master throwing a lot of fireballs. Only when it gets into this range does he start taking a risk. Just like that. Just a very Tekken Master thing to have happen right there. For him to take the risk of neutral ducking in that spot and getting the punish on it, because his read was right.
There we go, Dizzy putting himself in fatal blow territory.
Roll, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's true at least. So Dizzy, if he finds the next hit, can take the overhit and then grab. But there was something out of Dizzy, whatever it was, didn't cut it. It's now tournament point Tekken Master.
And what did that come off of? What we've talked about from Tekken Master this entire tournament so far, him going backwards, right? Zoning, spacing incredibly well, and then making that choice, that opportune moment to just dash up mix. And it's exactly what just won him that round. Was he walked back for a good 5 seconds straight, and then flipped the light switch.
That was so good! That's exactly a problem that other people have had. Jumping over onion rings and getting anti-aired by the meter burn on it. And Tekken Master up in the sky, he had the recognition that he could do the Amplify right there. He has the counter to that thing that he's been using so well.
Yeah, that's a problem for everyone else against him, and he's one hit away right now, David, for taking it, and he's gonna get punished in the F3. Tekken Master 3-0 takes Brazil Game Show on the pro competition.
Not just 3-0, but 6-0 in rounds right there was Tekken Master versus Dizzy. He didn't lose a round right there. It was a blow-up. It was a blow-up, honestly, Aquaman, by Tekken Master, who there you see on the stage. Yo, yes, I'm sure that crowd is loud. I know that they wanted somebody from Brazil to do the job. Didn't happen. And yet, nevertheless, they saw a lot of really great Mortal Kombat right there.
He dropped 2 games all tournament, one to Mr. Bruno and one to Killer Shinnok. It was only the Brazilians that were able to put some kind of dent in Tekken Master's armor, as he is going to be the champion here today.
Okay. Shout outs to Brazil yet again for doing that. I really enjoyed that. I think that's super cool to watch how these two players use the same character in 2 quite different ways, and how one of them, again, all the same tools, uses some of those tools differently in different spots in ways that maybe the other guy hadn't done before, or certainly wasn't doing in that match. Regardless, very fun to watch how they play differently like that.
And also, congratulations to Dizzy for the 2nd place as well. Getting those points. He went there for 2 things, just like every event, it seems. He went there for points and capital, and he got both.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, but really, though, shout outs to Dizzy. Super strong player, made it into 2nd place overall. And he continues to look like one of the best players in the world. And now, because of this, let me refresh on the points, because, of course, the standings for the year-long points,
they update automatically.
They do. So Tekken Master now is in 3rd place overall, putting that Foxy Grandpa in the dustbin in 4th place. Tekken Master with 1170 overall, and then just a little bit behind him, Foxy Grandpa at 1060. And then there is a drop-off, but then next at 5th place is Dizzy. He has 745 points overall. So I feel like Dizzy has to be pretty comfortable at this point. The cutoff is the top 12, and currently 12th is Samij with 415, and 13th is 330. That's Kevo. So there's a pretty safe margin, I feel, for somebody like Dizzy at this stage.
There's a 100-point jump in there that a lot of people are going to be after at ECT, which is their final chance. Yes. No, there's second to last chance with NEC coming in December to try to close that gap. You know, you've got guys that have had the performances: Combat, Kevo, Video Games, Killer Shinnok, like we just saw, Gur, all these players that are just outside that could have a couple of runs in a row and make this final combat.